apparently the strongest part of the document, so I'm excited to read that. Let's tackle this. Nano's document for reference, okay? Nano's document claimed both Fred and I manipulated, used, and dragged her into drama, slandering multiple VTubers, including our friends. These claims were the basis for everything else publicly released afterwards. Documents from half a dozen people and many others tweeting their grievances with me, it all hinged on Nano's document being posted and its validity. When I wrote my apology, I said I was not fully aware of the extent of Red's manipulation over Nano's commission decisions. When I wrote this poorly worded sentence, I hadn't seen any of these DMs. I wasn't in panic and I didn't think Nano would be lying about anything, but now I've read Red's DM myself, I can say that Nano was not manipulated, abused, used, lied to, mistreated, expected to take action over any drama she was told about, or incapable of making her own decisions regarding her commission and clientele. She was never forced to do so or not do anything, has always been in control of her own choices, and always had the ability to say no. Yes, but I mean, in the cases of manipulation, this is always the case, no? Like, there's always, in every case of manipulations, the victim always has the ability to say no. There's always like a certain degree of autonomy there. She was met with understanding and faced no repercussion professionally or personally from either of us when she did. Nano's messages with Fred were deceitfully presented to push a narrative that never happened. I don't believe Nano ever showed the full context of her message with Fred to my friends. Her claims were backed by Shiley, and I believe they were misled into blindly supporting her. Nano was a close friend who we respected and was a massive part of my own success. I've only ever praised her privately and publicly. There was nothing she could do. Agency and pressure can coexist. Yeah, exactly. It's more like an influence thing, I think. There was nothing she could do for me to hold anything against her or choose to stop working with her. Red and I always encouraged Nano to do what was best for her, not us. Red, who handled our plans with her, made sure to work around her schedule, push projects back if she needed more time on them or to take a break, and give her first priority on projects she was interested in. He trusted her, and the extent he quote-unquote lied to her about the other people involved was in telling her his own genuine thoughts, observations, and experience with them as he knew them. The same way my accusers did to the public with how they assumed how Red and I had to have operated together. The claim that Red and I worked to sabotage projects Nano had is a lie. We both would praise her for the work she did for other people, and I've always celebrated and supported new Nano model siblings when they debuted. Even if Red was really asking Nano to cancel every model she had, it was ultimately still her choice to do it or not. Yes, of course it was. Of course it was ultimately her choice to do it or not. But again, the initial claim is about manipulation. It's about applying pressure. It's about, we'll see what they're gonna show, obviously. But all of the blame for her actions was somehow put on me. There were only 4 people Red ever explicitly asked Nano not to work with her agreeing not to. The first was Spite at the start of 2023. Red asked Nano himself, and he told me about it after. I lied about knowing this in my apology since it was never mentioned in Nano's or Spite's documents. Wait, what? Okay, so Spite was one of the 4 people Red's ever explicitly asked Nano not to work with. And she lied about knowing this in my apology. Okay, so why is this being revealed now? I think we're gonna know soon. Bao, Cotton, and Silvervale were all part of their exclusivity deal in January of 2025, and each for Red's own reasons. So are these the other 3 people that are... I was only ever aware of and in an agreement of asking Nano not to work with Silver anymore. Red never told me about the other 2. I'm not guilty of him using his free will to push his own agenda and express his own feelings to Nano. But I understand that as my manager, everything he said to her or anyone else is my responsibility, whether I knew about it or not. Although they were friends, it wasn't professional of him to talk gossip and work interchangeably. It wasn't professional of Nano to do it too. We've worked with Nano for 4 years. She is an incredible artist who I've treasured working alongside for my entire career. I put my faith in her at the start when we were both much smaller creators. She saved me from a year-long struggle to get my first model, and she's been with me every step of my journey since. I wanted Nano to be a part of anything she could and chose to make her artwork the backbone of my brand. I love and appreciate every single thing she's done for me, and I'm proud of everything I've been able to do for her. In April, I believe Nano found herself in a situation she couldn't back out of, and then chose to do what would result in a beneficial outcome for herself. Hide the truth. Below are a large portion of Nano's DM with Fred and I over the past 2.5 years that show any situation brought up in Nano's doc in full context. They show the relationship we had with her, how she felt about us and other people involved in everything, and any other relevant conversations that weren't included in what was posted to the public. I've also included some of my own messages with her and some messages with other people. Some of these DMs are repeated and included in the following section of this doc. Nano's profile pic is different in some of these screenshots because of them being taken at different times throughout making this doc. Yeah, that makes sense. That's crazy that you have to like specify that, because people will be like, why does it look different? Why is this formatted differently? Well, it was probably taken at a different time, or, you know, with a program or anything else. Like, people are so dumb. Everything is in chronological order, all dates and times in EST. By the start of 2023, Nano was already sharing her commission plans with Fred. She also told him that it was okay for us to commission someone else for merch artwork Red had previously talked to her about. Okay, got it. Red said it was no problem for us to wait for her to do it. Cool. Like I said in my apology, in regards to Nanoless, for the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing the communication about new plans and negotiations through his private DMs. Oh, and just curious, but was Redacted the only new client you took on for this year right now? Nano responds, got another one, but it's done already. Okay, cool. It seems like a lot of new people want to work with you, lol. Yeah, I kind of feel it too. By the way, you said you wanted to leave Daki and Booba for later. It's okay if you want to come someone else. I don't want to delay your plans. But if you're fine waiting, I'm more than happy to work on it. Well, that's okay. We're fine with moving things around. It's only really Sinder if you draw it. Other things going on are preventing us from doing it for Valentine's like we wanted to. So we have to move it anyways. Plus, focusing on getting 2.0, the demon, and the 2-star and 2-scream artwork done is more of a priority too. Goddamn, this means a lot to me. What the fuck? Okay. Like, when I ask my editor if he's working on other projects right now, for example, I don't ask him who he's working with. Like, I'm just asking him if he's working on other projects right now, because I want to know if he's gonna be available in the time frame that I need him to be. Or, for example, if I'm like, are you waiting after me to deliver you my recordings? Or can I take my time making this video? But it is a little bit odd, and I say this to both of them, that they're discussing clients here. Like, I get that you want to share if you got like a big shot client, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be working with Doki Bird. Surely you want to share that with your friend, but it is odd that he is inquiring about who she's working with, and she's responding. It seems like this is not like a one-time thing, it's something that you do often. But then again, it's the VTuber community. They're not known to be super professional. Later that day was the first time Red brought up Spite to Nano. Ooh, it's getting spicy. Red asked Nano not to work with Spite, and she gladly agreed not to. Red only told me about this after it was done. It wasn't something we talked about beforehand, but I was okay with it. Nano never said anything about this to me, and we've never talked about Spite. I shared the feelings Red expressed here, since he was the only other one who knew how I felt. What he said about negative comments I was getting was true. Everything regarding Spite is presented in her section of this document. This was not included in Nano's or Spite document at all. Why? Since they didn't say anything about it. I chose not to either. I lied about not knowing about Red's conversation with Nano about Spite to try and not make things worse for myself, but I still accidentally alluded to it because of the state I was in. Once again, I had no involvement or knowledge of Red bringing up Spite to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement with excluding someone specific from working with Nano was Silver. Here, Red says, Sinder was upset over what we both thought was Spite copying her. I saw Spite interacting with Nano, possibly with the intent of trying to work with her. I went to Nano myself and asked her not to without talking to Sinder first. This was about one person and one artist I never worked with before who was fine with agreeing to it. As far as I know, it never actually affected Spite. I've never talked about Spite with any other artist, and I'm sorry to her that I asked this of Nano. This was the first of four total times with 3 different artists What? I had ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, that's such a, I'm sorry, but that's a crazy thing to do. And this is all presented in this document. Hey, kind of a weird question, but would it be okay if we requested you don't work with someone? You mean like being exclusive? No, like not accept commissions from one person. Okay, so this is in 2023. Oh, who is this? I started a conversation as if we were asking Nano to do this like I would any other time. Who is this? Spite. Oh, damn. I almost said something like when Sinder X Spite. So like she wanted them to collab? Ever since Sinder debuted, we've seen her slowly implement new design details onto herself that seem like she might have taken them from Sinder, including her now having ear flames she never had. And we think it's because she was the hellhound until Sinder showed up. But also some of Spite communities have been rude to Sinder in chat or on YouTube comments or on other people's clips on Sinder. I've noticed her being friendly towards you, possibly with the intention of working with you. I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive. Of course, I protect my baby, but I also noticed the flame editions. It's a shame people that can't educate their community. Thank you, Nano. I feel really bad asking you something like this. I really appreciate it though. It's okay. There's no place for rude people. Mamo Nano, best mama. Mama protect. But then I tell Nano, I just want to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive, and I feel really bad asking you something like this. Why is he boldalizing the eyes? Like it's changing anything. Wait, that's such a weird thing to say. What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? Is it me? Am I crazy? Like, wait, is it me or this doesn't look good on them? Like, maybe they're just trying to be transparent here. But it's just like, clearly Nanoless had no ill feelings about Spite here until Redacted came in and was like, oh, well, she did this and she did that to Sinder. So, you know, she's a bad person. And then Nanoless obviously changes her position and she's like, yo, fuck that. I'm not gonna work with her. She's hurting one of my friends and one of my good clients. So I don't think he should be... Personally, I think this all could have done without his commentary. It could have been like written to the third person or something. Nano and I have never talked about Spite. Here's my searching Spite in my own DMs with Nano. An example of the relationship Red had with Nano and how they would talk with each other. Nano told Red she wants to make my winter outfit after Red messaged her about it a few days earlier on. Hey Nano, were you interested in designing Cinder's winter outfit? Not until a lot later this year. Wanted to ask in case we need to find someone else to design it for you to draw. Cool. Did I agree on doing Cinder winter? Because I do. I just don't remember if I replied to that. You did not reply to that. Nano. I do want to do them. Oh my gosh, you do. I do. I gotta talk to some people and change things around. Oh my god. Wait. If you already got someone for that, no need to change. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck you then. Yeah, you can do it if you want. I don't want to anymore. I'm just kidding. I love Cinder, but fuck you. Okay, so they're on good terms here. It's what we're establishing. Red asked about Nano's other works for us to plan around with her, and Nano willingly shared this was normal between them. Be confident, Nano. It's my nature. If you expect low, anything is a win. Well, I'm glad it's been good for you. What does your art schedule look like right now? Demon Cinder, March, April. 2 arts, redacted name, April, May, full new model. See, I don't like that she shouldn't be giving out the name of her clients. Although I guess some artists like have all of that displayed in their, what's it called? Their Trello. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's not a secret thing. But it's a little odd. Few cups arts in between. I already have something for around June. I think that's it. Let me see what else Cinder and I had planned to work with you on this year. Okay. Yeah, it would be great to know everything. Also, it's okay to have Cinder arts for Patreon rewards. I didn't have much time for Patreon and they are starving. Nano told Red she wouldn't be able to meet the deadline for 2 pieces of art she was doing for me. Red was sympathetic and extended the deadline for her. Nano implied that she'd been taking on too many projects. Hey Red, I'm feeling a little bit concerned about deadlines for the 2.0 art. What's up? I think it would be better if you find someone else for the 2.0 start screen. I didn't know they would be used the same day, but I can work a bit harder to meet the dates if you really want me to work on it. Do you think you would be able to do it by the end of April? I know you have this person and this person in April too, right? So maybe mid-May. I thought it would be earlier. Well, ideally we would have wanted both arts within the next week or 2, but if you can't do that, and we're gonna have to push back the debut for other things too. End of April, mid-May would be okay if you can manage with that. I don't want to overload you too much. Okay. Next 2 weeks, too busy, but end of April may be good. Okay, well, let Sinder know. If you can push back the debut, I really recommend someone else. Don't want to delay things for you guys. And there's also the Waifu Cup art for Sinder. I don't know when they want you to start with that. Redacted also says, no, it's okay. We have to wait for Redacted name anyways and some other things being worked on. She'll only be starting the demon model in another week-ish when she's back home. So the debut will be anywhere from end of May to mid-July, depending on when things are done and Sinder and I aren't traveling to cons instead of the end of April. Kind of relieved beside delaying is so sad. It's okay, Nano, but we have a lot of projects we want to work with you on if you're free this summer right now. I would love to if I have the time. I might stop taking big comms for some times and only work my current contacts. I'm kind of dying. I'm sorry we're giving you so much to do. It's okay, my fault. I decided to birth another baby. After the 2.0 and Demon Arts, Redacted, and your other projects / Patreon stuff, then we will take up all your time. Gladly, Redacted is mostly done, just gonna make some cuts for rigging. And at least the Sinder art can help out with your Patreon after the debut. 2023. Nano turned down artwork plans that were previously discussed for some time off. Eventually, Red told her we were able to find another artist for those plans. In between, Red praised Nano for her work on another VTuber model. Red, we need to talk, Nano says. It says, hi Nano, what's up? Nanoless responds, I think it won't be possible to take Sinder's merch comms. I really need some time off from comms. Okay, thank you, and sorry for this. No worries, Nano, you deserve a break. When you're ready to take on comms again, we'll have things for you to do if you want. Yes, of course. I just need some time to breathe, but I still would love to work with you guys. Great job with Redacted Model, Nano. Thank you. Hey, Nano, we found an artist to do a Daki and... Okay, why are we showing this? Okay, we found an artist. It's for her original design. We'll wait for you to do the 2.0 and Demon Design Dakis and Mousepad. Wanted to let you know so you don't feel too bad about it. In 2023, I got a message Nano about starting on some pose idea for my first Waifu Cup when she was ready and available to. Hi Nano, Redacted was asking me when you'll have some time to work on the art for my Gamer Sub Cup and I said you were a little busy right now. Do you think we could come up with some pose ideas together when you have a chance? There's no rush, I know you're busy. Of course you can do, you wanted two-sided right? That would be amazing. I told Nano I was trying to get her the okay to work on my Waifu Cup art on stream, so it'd be easier for her, and I told her how much it meant to me to have the first Waifu Cup with her artwork on it. Nano, I hope you're having a good weekend. The starting screen arts you made for me are so nice. I love them. I've been trying to see if it'll be okay for you to work on my Gamer Sub art on stream to make things easier on you. They might be able to have the art on a big banner for Anime Expo if it's done soon. I can't wait to have the first Nano Cup. It's so special to me. Oh shit, you're on a banner. Yeah, letting me work on stream would help a lot, but if it's not possible, it's okay, I'll manage. I guess because they have to be okay with revealing the art on stream. I want to make things easy as possible for you, and maybe if you don't want to stream collabs yet, we can hang out while we work if you want. Okay, we got it. They're on good terms. This is what this section is meant to show me. I would love to actually get used first. Maybe we actually hate each other. No, I didn't say that I could. Never. I'm sure about that, but it would be hilarious. Okay, next part. I asked Nano about one of my 10 upcoming model sister debuts when planning my demon debut so they wouldn't accidentally fall on the same day. Nano, do you know about when Redacted, this is another VTuber I assume, plans on debuting your model, just so I can plan around it if it's near my debut? Let me check on that. I believe it was around June 22nd or July 2nd. And then Redacted name said her debut will be around July to August. Can't say the exact day yet. Okay, I've been planning mine to be mid-July. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally have it on the same day as anyone else. I think that's just inevitable, you know, that your event line up with other VTubers. Unfortunately, there's just so many nowadays that I think when I did my debut was lining up with Advent or something. It is what it is. Red asked about Nano's project, about when Silver contacted her about her model made in 2022, and encouraged her to set aside time for her own content. After the GG 2.0 and Demon Art edits will give you a break to focus on yourself for a while. Do you still have a lot of other projects to do right now other than Sinder? Thank you, I need some break. Currently, only Redacted Silver seems to want another model though, brand new. Yep, she didn't reply to the model specification, so I'm just taking this as a chance to be free. Wait, so she's currently working on another project for another VTuber, but also Silver seems to want another model. Got it. She didn't reply to the model specifications, I'm just taking this as a chance to be free. Nano, you don't need to answer, but I'm just curious. When did Silver contact you about making her first model? Also, I feel like you should take until at least July off to focus on you and your streams. Nano deserves Nano time too. It was like 2 weeks before her birthday. Okay. Okay, I see where this is going. At this point, I might just stick to Sinder, redacted name, and redacted name. Silver is not very responsive to me. That's surprising, what the fuck? We love working with you, not just for your art. That's... Dude, why do I feel like this is like kinda so fucking weird? Who are you working with? Well, I'm working with this person, but Silver wants another model. Oh, suddenly redacted ears per cup. Oh, Silver wants a new model, huh? Okay, like a brand new one. You don't need to answer, but I'm just curious. When did Silver contact you about said model? I feel like he's like wringing his hands while he's saying that. Also, I feel like you should take at least until July off to focus on your own streams. Like, you're being overworked, Nano. You shouldn't be like, I feel like this is, you have to read in between the lines. What are the words trying to tell? What is redacted trying to tell her right now? Nano deserves Nano time too. Now suddenly it feels like Nano is switching now. She's like, oh yeah. Well, actually, it was like 2 weeks before her birthday, too. Now she starts to complain about Silver. Then he's like, okay, that doesn't seem good. He's sending this, like, emote. And then she's like, well, you know what? At this point, I might just stick to Sinder and these 2 other VTubers because Silver is not very responsive to me. But nonetheless, okay, here, like, I gotta say, maybe I'm being too hard on her because obviously, like, redacted is in her ear, you know, probably telling her, like, oh, Silver's doing all this bad stuff, but she also needs to have like a little bit more backbone here. Like, come on. That's surprising, what the fuck? We love working with you, not just for your art. Like, and then he's like, we're not like her. She's not responsive. We're always responsive. We love you. That's so sweet of you. Been having fun with streaming lately. Hope I can keep up. You've been doing really good. Whenever I see you, I lurk for a little while, lol. Cinder still really wants to collab with you. Maybe we can set up a drawing stream where you both draw VTubers in Paint with like a 5-minute timer or something, lol. I want to, I'm just too pussy yet. That sounds fun, not gonna lie. I asked Nano about when she made Silver's first model from her because we were suspicious of it. Suspicious if it had anything to do with Cinder and her debut about a couple months earlier. Nano wasn't well known as a model artist in the summer of 2022 and had only done 3 models at that point, including Cinder's. More about this topic is in Silver's section of the document. Okay, he's gathering information. Yeah. And she's given up this information willingly, not understanding that they are using this information, or they will use this information for not great reason, probably. I thank Nano for the Waifu Cup artwork she made for me, and her scale figure was announced. Nano, you did such an incredible job on the Waifu Cup artwork. Thank you so much for being the best ever. Thank you so much for the raid today, Nano. I'm so excited for your figure. I'm gonna be the first to get one. Sorry, I didn't reply to you before. Oh shit. I'm excited and a bit nervous. Hope it sells well. No, that's okay. I'm gonna tell all my friends to buy. I appreciate it. Not gonna lie. I shamelessly get all help I can. This part makes me a little bit uncomfortable to read. And I don't know if I'm the only one that's picked up on that, or if other streamers have thought the same thing, or if it's just me, but it's a little bit odd. I can feel like I hate using this word, but I can feel like the power dynamic between them in terms of not power dynamic like he owns or whatever, but there's clearly like a personality there, in the case of Nanoless, that is more somebody that is a little bit more insecure, and he's a little bit more pushy. And then it's like also he has this conversation with her, kind of gets her to slowly pushing her towards not working with Silver, and then 1 hour later, oh, she gets a message from Cinder thanking her for all her great work. I don't know. Red talked to Nano about the situation with my first Waifu Cup, which led to him revealing our experience with Silver Veil over the past 2 years. It was mentioned towards the end of their conversation. It was the last time she was ever talked about between them. Before this, I was told that Silver Veil had her own Waifu Cup with Nano's artwork on it, and that was already far into production. I was very excited and proud to have the first cup with Nano's art, and all of a sudden that wasn't going to be the case. Not only that, but if my cup was going to be released after Silver's, I would have been harassed for copying her again. Red adds here, I did not lie to Nano about anything I said in this conversation, and I would have had no reason to. Everything I said was as I genuinely thought and experienced, speaking to a friend I trusted. You're literally the best. Nah, the cup might be coming out a lot sooner than we were planning because of conflicts with another release. Oh no, what a disaster. Yeah, there's another creator's things coming out and we wanted to make sure Cinders was released ASAP. Damn, do you know when it is? Not exactly, that's what we're rushing. Pretty hype having my art on a GG cup. I'm waiting to hear back about moving the release date up though. Yeah, we're super excited to be the first with your art. Okay, but the other creator's thing that is being released is not with Nanoless art, right? Had to move it up to make sure we have the first Nano cup gonna be big. So the other person's cup is also drawn by Nano and they want to have their own cup released first, so he's moving it up to pass her. I'm so excited. Let me know if you get dates. It was supposed to be towards the end of June. We're waiting on confirmation, but it could be within the next couple weeks. Let's go. The other thing with your art on it could be coming out soon. So we're going sonic speed on this bitch. The other thing, but they still want the art at AX, probably without cups being on sale. Yeah. Wait a minute. I thought you would have been told. Okay, so I'm probably not supposed to say... Dude, I hate this already. I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going. And I haven't even seen any of the screenshots yet, but I can already tell this is going from the summary. Red, you gotta keep this between us, of course. No leaks. I'm leaking excitement. I know you can't even do that, or I'll have to send a gorilla that beat me up that one time to your house. Okay, I'm clogged. Okay, so Sinder has been super excited about in the first cup of your art. Like, super big deal, the cool double-sided two-color effect. She's a cutie. Oh my god. She was talking to Redacted Name today about upcoming cups from other creators just because she was curious. And Redacted was teasing a few to her. And he mentioned a new kind of cup he pitched to the heads at Gamer Subs, and they agreed after seeing a certain piece of art, and it'll be used on the first kind of his cup. This new cup, instead of the normal transparent Waifu cup art, is a full body color art piece. I don't know how the cup will end up looking though. Okay, and this is top secret and you can't say anything to anyone, not even Redacted Name. Because technically this was between him and Sinder and I shouldn't know about it, but I'm the manager. And I thought you knew. Redacted, me, GG people were very interested in my work. Maybe it was a foreshadow. This new full body color art cup is of silver and is basically at the same part of production as Sinder, and it has your art. What Redacted Name told Sinder is that it was something you drew for silver. Okay, the Sinder silver names are getting confusing. Okay, what this person told Sinder is that it was something you drew for silver for Redacted, and it was never used. So she's reusing it here after Redacted Name, the idea to make it. So Sinder starts panicking about it. We have no clue when they plan on releasing that cup, but it is before Sinder and it won't be their first Nano cup. Damn! Okay, he's really laying it. Like he took the cream cheese and he's like, it's like a four-layered spread here. He really set up the setting. And not only that, but Sinder said the hand with the heart positions are really similar, which isn't your fault since you didn't know anything about this. And if Cinder's cup were to release after hers, then it would just be more fuel to the ongoing drama between them. And Sinder will get more hate about it. Damn, that really turned, like, that took a left turn. Like, she thought she was getting some amazing news. And now suddenly it's like, oh, no, this isn't great at all. This isn't great. I mean, it's good news, but it's not great. It's not great. Plus, hers is a brand new full art color cup, while Sinder would have a normal waifu cup and would be overshadowed in comparison. Damn. So, Redacted was doing overtime coordinating Redacted to try and work out an emergency plan to get Cinder's cup out ASAP. There's just a lot of unspoken drama between Sinder and Silver. Only me and a couple other people know everything. It was important we get Sinder out before her. So this is how he gets to talk about the drama with Silver. But I feel like this entire time he was angling for that. She has drama with Silver, cry emoji. So at this point, Nano doesn't know anything about that. This is May 10, 2023. There's just been a lot of misunderstanding and coincidence. The internet thinks Sinder copied everything about Silver. It's basically confirmed that Silver doesn't like Sinder. Oh yeah, it's basically confirmed. Okay. It's basically confirmed that Silver doesn't like Cinder because of it. I'm kind of sad my baby is not getting really well together, not gonna lie. Cinder's raided Silver multiple times, and she's the only one that Silver won't say her name. Silver was at Cinder's debut last year. Cinder started growing fast, and then not even a month later contacts you about getting a model from you herself rushed for her birthday. There's more instances like that, but Silver refuses to follow, acknowledge, or interact with Cinder at all because it assumed that Cinder copied her. It sucks because she didn't. Ironically, Cinder is only Cinder because of Silver, but not because she copied her, the complete opposite. History lesson time. Before Cinder was Cinder, she was Tachi with an ASMR channel, which she still does sometime. Red adds Silver didn't like Cinder, and how she would respond to Cinder's raid is the past experience we had to infer that Lily's reaction to her raids, along with her other behaviors, signaled she had a problem with Cinder. Okay. The Red really takes that stuff to heart, which she still does sometimes. And yeah, I've seen them, the pink OC. And he shows her the pink OC. It's a cute OC. Yeah, she's always loved wolves and she's always loved the cherry blossom motif. We were going to turn her already successful existing character into her VTuber, but turn her into a wolf girl. We wrote lore for it and everything. She was a cherry blossom wolf girl who was the nature goddess spirit of the forest. That was like October 2020. That's like ancient. We were waiting to start on it with redacted name. We couldn't start with her until December, and 1-2 weeks before she was ready to work with us, VShoujo debuted. And Silver rebranded as a Cherry Blossom Wolf Girl. So to avoid copying her, and so we could stand out, we did basically the opposite of that design. Because of Cinder's love of metal music and Okami wolves, and the fact that... Okay, so they had to change direction last minute. In order to stand out from Silver, and also that pink cherry blossom motif was super overdone. It ended up working out since no one else but Spite nowadays really has her teaming. I quite like the Cinder design, so I'm kind of glad that she went for that direction, at least. Nanoless is like, oh shit, that is so tense. She's feeling the vibes like we are. And some people think that Cinder and Silver sounding similar, or their design looking somewhat alike as wolf girls, or Cinder models art and Silver's original 2D model looking alike, or the fact that they're both super similar personalities and have similar sounding laughs must mean that Cinder copied everything. Those people are so fucking dumb, by the way. Like, every time a new VTuber debut, there's gonna be some idiots that are gonna be like, he look like this person. Maybe Silver don't talk too much with me because of Cinder. I mean, I'm not blaming Cinder, don't worry. I don't know. I wouldn't think that's the case because she's worked with you for a long time before Cinder. You've done a lot of art of her. Yes. This is kind of sad though. I think Cinder and Silver could be like sisters. I'm just wondering if she asked you for a new model because she caught wind of Cinder's upcoming debut and wants to one-up her. No, I think you're projecting now, Red. I think you're projecting a little bit. Literally, they are so alike. Like, their personalities and they're the opposite design, so they fit so well together. Cinder just feel like she's always in Silver's shadow because that's what people think. Listen, I think... To be clear, I think it's, there's some normal feelings that Cinder might be feeling about Silverveil. It might be some miscommunication. Maybe they're interpreting some signs a little bit too much or too strongly, or, they're overthinking stuff. People often overthink interactions with others. There's like this quote that says that I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like other people don't think about their interaction with you as much as you're thinking about them. But it is odd to act like it's okay to feel jealous. It's okay to feel insecure, but it is odd to act on it. Like most people would like push these feelings down and be like, oh, whatever. I'm probably thinking about this too much. So yeah, odd behavior, like odd way of thinking and proceeding on Red's part. Cinder just always feel like she's always in Silver's shadow because that's what other people think. Tell me this wouldn't work, dude. But like going back to the gamer sub thing, if Silver releases her new impressive cup first, it's just going to overshadow Cinder. Plus, she'd take the first nano art cup title. Oh shit, the cup title, the gold medal. She would take the gold medal in the first nano art cup. And since the poses are similar, people would say she's copying again. Okay, but the pose similar part, like, I get that part. I get why he's worried about that part, though. I gotta give it to him there. I feel just like Sinder with a redacted name. People used still compare us a lot, and I feel I'm always on his shadow. Yeah, and you know what? Now that I think about it, this entire conversation comes off as extremely schizo. It feels like it's all like one-sided going on in their head, though. And that's kind of sad. But again, like, I mean, it's not like they raped someone, right? Like, when I said earlier, like, that I feel like a Cinder should be allowed to come back, like, fuck, I just covered, like, this PDF file that kept rebranding. If he gets to come back, she should get to come back, like, way earlier, too. But this sounds really schizo. It's really funny that they're adding that in their own defense document, because I feel like this should be in the other's person doc. Okay, oh, and plus we didn't even give redacted silver as a design reference. We gave her redacted, lol. I completely understand that. I actually like both of your art for a long time. There's a redacted sentence here. I've always thought of you as the bigger artist. Thank you, what the fuck? Yep. Yeah, I like them too. But you can't tell me that this is better than this. Got artist, Nano. Okay, I'm not supposed to have this image saved, but let me show you the cup arts. Thank you, Red. On the hentai world, skill doesn't mean much, but booba. Yeah, but you draw the best booba, what the fuck? If Silver's cup comes out first, quote unquote, wow, Cinder even copied Silver Cup's art. And artist. And it's not even in color. Oh shit, they do be similar. Do they? What have I done? So, at least if Cinder's cup comes out first, that we're trying to do, then Silver will be copying Cinder. But it won't matter, and no one will say that because she's massive and a full body colored art will take the attention away from it anyways. But like I said, both Cinder and Silver are at the same point of productions, so she could launch just as soon as us, but we don't know when. If it wasn't so urgent, I could make a new art for this special cup. Nah, it's okay, Nano, we really love the art you made for it. Maybe if they want another cup, we can do a double-sided full body color artwork with 2.0 and demon or something, who knows. But yeah, I really, with Silver could make up with, I think he's trying to say wish and not with. I really wish Silver could make up with Cinder. There's more drama that happened over the past couple of years, but it's all from Silver's side. They'd go so well together. They would be so good together, that's a big L. Big L for real. I really want to see the evidence for all the drama that's happened over the past couple of years, all from Silver's side here. I hope Cinder Cup comes first though. I know the sad feeling. Honestly, she could try to talk before doing this. What do you mean, like Cinder to Silver? Like talk and have things sorted before just ignoring it all. I don't think Silver is willing to. Cinder DM'd Silver on Twitter before asking to play Minecraft together since they were both really into it, and was never answered. And they're not Discord friends. Okay, let me explain their first interaction. Oh wait, it's late for you, you should sleep. Don't worry, I love gossips. I like that they highlighted that part where she says I love gossips. But he's been forcefully pushing this narrative. Like he's been laying down the groundwork, saying he's got some great news. And, I can't believe you didn't hear about it. Okay, this is super secret. Like I really, fuck, I really shouldn't be telling you that. I shouldn't even know about this. I heard about this like through the grapevines, even though I'm her manager and obviously he should know about it. And then he wraps this up as it's supposed to be this great news. And finally, it's not this great news at all. It's like a fucking disaster, according to him. And then when she's like, no, let's just keep talking. I love the gossips. He just highlights that part. Bro, highlight your entire part. What do you mean? What the hell is this? Okay, this part doesn't make them look good. Nano, isn't it 2 or 3 a.m. for you? I believe it was the MSP Mine server. It is, but I'm very into it. Okay, let me get the deeds. I'm trying to find a tweet. Don't worry, I love gossips. Nano's always been open to talking about drama and gossip with me. A little gift for Silvervale. I thought it would be cute to draw us together. Since we're opposite, you're such an inspiration to me. Thank you for bringing so much joy to this community. Okay, so this was February 2021. Cinder was designed in December 2020. Cinder is a talented artist from a high school and colleague, and she didn't pick up art for a long time until she got a tablet laptop for working on the ASMR channel, like thumbnails. So when she became a VTuber, she wanted to draw fan art of herself with another big VTuber, and Silver was the first one she did. She planned to do her and a redacted drinking tea, Bao splashing water on her head, and her getting upset, and redacted playing drums while Cinder played a Guitar Hero guitar. That's cute. I remember that art actually. But she never ended up doing any more. So only the silver one exists, and no one knows about the other ones. So in isolation, it seems like she only ever meant to draw this one for silver. The problem is, in that tweet, Sinder said, "You're such an inspiration," when in reality, silver was an inspiration for the design by not wanting to be Cherry Blossom Wolf, but not by her streams or inside jokes or personality or anything, because Cinder didn't watch Silver. So people look at this one fan art of Cinder ever did, and the fact she said she's an inspiration, to point to them having similar names, designs, and on-stream personas, but that's not all the drama with this post. Cinder tweeted the same thing a few days before, but there was also a hashtag, Cindervale, you know, because it's a cute art. There wasn't a, okay, so, oh, that's the ship hashtag Silver talked about in her stream or doc. So there wasn't malicious intent or weird feelings behind it. Mama Vale retweeted the original post, then unretweeted it, and we were like, what happened? Alright, I had to drink some water. People make too much fuss out of nothing too. At the time we were working with redacted on Cinder's alert and panel art. Nanoless respond, there's so many VTubers that are very alike. Yeah. We knew redacted name was friends with Silver, so we asked her if there was a problem. Is that Yoshi, like the red VTuber model? And redacted said that Silver was really off-put by that hashtag Cindervale and that she was going to message Cinder. Silver messages Cinder asking her to take it down. Oh, okay, it continues here. Oh no, never mind. Asking her to take it down, and she did without any problem. Cinder was really broken up about it because she didn't want to get off on the wrong foot with Silver, being one of the biggest VTubers at the time. Yeah, I can understand why she would be feeling bad about this. Also because since we redesigned her into Cinder, I've always pushed for them to interact because their designs go so well together. So she took down the tweet and reposted the one I sent you. Silver and Mama Vale commented, and that was it. Cinder, okay, but I mean, isn't that good? They both commented on it. Silver never followed Cinder, but I mean, at the time, Cinder was just a reference sheet. End of chapter. Next chapter. Now we're on the model chapter. Man, still pretty mean from Silver's side. Dude, also Cinder did art class. It explained why her eye for art is really good. She is an artist. Is the design change that made you guys have issue with the first model artist? I remember y'all coming to me because the other one didn't work well. It's a long story. In between these screenshots, Red told Nano the story about the long process of getting my first model, but it's not relevant to show here. Okay, thank you for at least skipping those screenshots. I appreciate that part. And he got us with redacted, and then you know the rest with the rigging, the teaching. You know how to make models and cutting, the swimsuit, Cinder's debut last year. So Cinder most likely would have debuted a lot sooner, but the model kept everything on hold. We would have never got tied up with redacted, but in the end we're super happy that you ended up being Cinder's artist. Now we can't imagine anyone else doing her stuff, and who knows if redacted was influenced by Silver at all. That's a sneaky line to sneak in there. I see what you did here. I see what you did here, Red. Either when she decided to get a model from the redacted or when redacted canceled on Cinder. But, like I was saying before, Cinder debuted and Silver was there for like the first hour. Watching, never said anything. Then, a few weeks later, goes to you for a model after we got you training, lol. And your art had improved so much in such a small time. Even when Cinder debuted, people were saying she looked like Silver, sounded like Silver, acted like Silver. The name is like Silver. People say these two look alike. Oh my god, there was even a meme we made last fall. There was an inside joke between Cinder and I. Hold on. Why is that a problem? That Silver went for Nanoless after they got you trained? Obviously I don't think that's a problem. If you work with an artist and they put out like a great model of me, you know, it's fine if other VTubers want to hire her. So we made this meme. This was really, but clearly this is you know, touching some sensitive chords for them. But the training, what does it mean that they got, what does it mean by they got her training? Like, they mean because they helped her improve? Okay, so we made this meme that was really an old joke between us. October 8th last year. This was not like a meme going around trending or anything. A week later on the 16th. Oh, okay. Boing boing. And then Silvervale did something similar here. The exact same thing. Silver does not follow Cinder because she refuses to acknowledge her or validate her in any way. But she did this. So like she's watching what she's doing and we're like, are you kidding? So she replied to it with her own tweet. Just to kind of be like, I'm not the one copying her. Oh, wait. Did that fly well, though? This was around the time that BSMP's Minecraft server started and they were both in it all the time. Redacted introduced them to each other and Cinder was super nice like always, and Silver just gave like a dismissive hi and went on with what she was doing. I don't think the play here was to post your original tweet under their tweet. That might have scared her off even more. Then at TwitchCon in October, Cinder went to Silver's meet and greet at the VShojo booth with Aru because I guess her and Silver are friends, just like to introduce herself. Holy shit, this is a lot. Then redacted name thing is so shit, bro. Aru wanted to ask Silver if the two of them and Cinder could do a Wolfgirl collab together. Wait, isn't it Cinder who asked Aru to ask them on her behalf? I've heard some issues about Redacted. Aru asked and Cinder never heard anything else about it. I have a friend that made an emote for her and wanted Redacted to give credits. She just ghosted and that's it. Redacted name really nice, but their management is really difficult to go through. Also, Redacted had an issue with Redacted too. Okay. We haven't worked with Redacted at all, so I don't know. We wanted an art piece from her for the 2.0 debut in September. We don't know if she's able to. Okay, back to the lore. Minecraft died in November, but there was a Christmas update coming out in December. So remember that Silver messaged Cinder on Twitter about the first art piece. We were like, fuck it, and sent Silver a message like, do you want to play the Christmas update together? It doesn't need to be on stream. I'd love to get to know you. Never heard back. And after Cinder, she recently got with Gamer Subs and she probably been racing to get her super special full art cup out. Probably not related to Cinder, but I'd say after Shy Lily, Cinder's their next biggest VTuber, or was before Silver. I don't know how much she does for them. I actually got surprised when Silver went to Gamer Sub. Yeah, isn't the other one bigger? She got with Redacted, launched her shaker, then left. I think so. I think in this case, Gamer Sub, when they first started, they gave really good deals, and overall they do have like better cuts than other shakers. That's probably why. But again, like I feel like Silver seems like a very reserved person that doesn't interact with people that she doesn't feel comfortable with, and I think she was just weirded out by a bunch of miscommunication that happened between them that might have eroded even further their relationship and their perception of each other. It's really a shame that it's gotten to that point, TBH. But obviously Silverveil is in no obligation to interact with Cinder. Like so far, like as long as she's not like, you know, trying to throw jabs at her or, you know, attack her or harass her, she's not, you know, that's fine. But maybe there's gonna be more revealed in the Silverveil part. I'm so depressed at how tiny this bar is. And we read through so much already. Okay, so then Redacted says she got with whichever company, launched her shaker and left. Wouldn't be surprised that if Silver's cups come out soon, they'll also want that art on the AX booth. I mean, don't mind if they advertise Cinder and Silver together, it'll just make Silver mad. Literally, if you advertise them together, you'll get twice the sales. At least we got self-confirmation Cinder will be on the booth, which is awesome. Advise the cups, Cinder or Silver. I'm joking, okay. And when you told me she asked you about doing a new model, I wonder if it's because Cinder posted 2 or 3 teasers for her new model on Twitter and Silver stalks her page and saw it and thought she had to beat her to it, or at least take up your time so you wouldn't be able to do what Cinder needed. My god. He is really paranoid. That is such a schizo way of thinking. Lol, like, honestly, it would benefit from both. Like, you could say, like, oh, I'm getting weird vibes from her. I don't really think she really likes her, but, like, damn, dude. This is not a nice way to live your life. Like, you're gonna give yourself an aneurysm thing like that. But Silver seems like she has too much of an ego. She'll never give Cinder public validation, as long as she believes Cinder is a copy. Now, listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with her. At this point, Cinder should just give up on that and keep walking. She's a big customer. True and real. It's just hard because it's hard for the public to separate the two, kind of like Redacted name. I did this with Redacted and I'm living, but Redacted seems like a cool guy. He just feels like my Dinkelberg. Lol. Cinder is Silver's Dinkelberg. That's perfect. I don't understand. Redacted issue. Cinder's just trying to be nice and Silver hating her, lol. Yes, exactly. Redacted had beef with another Redacted name debuted last year because she said on stream she was ripping off her voice. Something like, why watch a rip off when you have the original? And something, and like, Redacted just ignored it because she didn't want any fights. And I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but now they're fine and they interact on Twitter. Oh, okay. But they're inseparable because people always associate them together from that, like Silver and Sinder. Now, wow, I never thought it was something. I just called it the voice meta. And the names being so similar doesn't help us either. Yeah, cute accents always do well. Change Sinder to Tinder. Follow me for more great tips. Actually, just buy Tinder. Could VTubers become dating app? So again, like, we're not saying to stop working with Silver, but like, we'll always have plenty of work for you if you're willing to take it. We just really appreciate everything you do for us. And Cinder really wants to get closer with you. She's just learning to be more social. Okay, that guy, I'm sorry, that guy is such a manipulator. But I never told you to, obviously, I didn't say these exact words. Obviously, you know this, Nano. You know this, Nano. I would never ask you to stop working with Silver. But she's done this, and she's done that, and she's done this, and this, and this, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo, I see through this, like, it's so transparent to me. And the fact that he's putting this in and he thinks like I'm even more concerned about the fact that he put this in and he feels like this is a good defense for him. I'm even more concerned about this. Like, this is normal behavior, but does he take us for idiots? Like, this is kind of insulting. Low-key, this is insulting. Yeah, she's so horrible, but it's totally your choice if you want to work with her. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, Cinder's rated Civil like 3 or 4 times with like fat raids probably. Cinder on stream, she'll say, thank you so much, welcome raiders, go follow her. And every single other raid, she'll call them by their name. Bro, I'm just happy if somebody acknowledged my raid. Sometimes I don't even stick around to see if they did. I'm just like, I gotta send these viewers somewhere. It's not that big of a deal. But then again, so far, like, to me, from what I've seen, there's no concrete proof that, well, obviously that's hard to prove. That would be hard to prove because the only person who have access to these DMs or this information is Redacted and Cinder. But so far, it's mostly been on Redacted that's done the stuff. Now, later on, we'll have to see if there's like conclusive evidence that they talked and yada yada, but we're not there yet. Like, but Redacted is schizo, man. Like, that's all I'm gonna say after reading this section. I'm using we're here, but Cinder had no idea this conversation was happening until I told her about it later. I was speaking for both of us without her knowledge or consent. And also, I'll point out, I don't care that he's using we're or our thing to represent both of them. Like, he represents her, so I think it's fine to use that wording on his part. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Cinder's raid like through for time like fat rate of 1,000, 2,000 people, and Cinder refused to say Cinder. I didn't realize this message was cut off when the screenshot were taken. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Like, make it more obvious that you have a problem, Silver. Well, there's a couple ways you can make it more obvious that you have a problem with somebody. Like, tell them. She can't even hide it. They briefly talked about Silver leaving Vishojo behind these screenshots. By the way, about Silver's model, it's not her that came to me. It was me. Okay. So she clarifies that. I wanted to ask her if she wanted a better model since that one was kind of made in a rush, and not gonna lie, I regret asking it because I'm not sure I'm up to more model work. And all this talk makes me feel sus. She didn't give me a proper reply about a model yet anyway. Okay, well, isn't this just proof that what he did in all these screenshots so far just worked though? It's literally, that's why I'm just like so concerned that they thought it was a good idea to put these screenshots in. And this is me reading this like first time, straight up. Now, Nano is like, actually, she didn't come to me for the model. Like, she's not trying to one-up you. Actually, I reached out to her. So clearly at this point, when she reached out to Silvervale, Nanoless had no issues with her. Her relationship with Silvervale was like, you know, was like positive. Like, you know, in The Sims, in that social bar, the Sims have like, you know, it's in the green when it's in a positive relationship with other Sims. And it's in the red when it's in the negative. And clearly between Nano and Silver, it was like a little bit in the green, like 2 bars in the green before this happened. But after this, after talking to Red, now it's falling like in the red actually. And now she's like, shit, I don't know if I want to. I'm kind of busy actually. Maybe I shouldn't have asked her to do the model for her. And like all this talk made me feel sus about her. I don't know how to feel about her. And also she didn't even give me a proper reply about the model anyway. So like, whatever. I don't like her that much anyway. It's like, you know, I'm paraphrasing. Like, I'm just yapping, but this is the vibes I'm getting. And then he switches up because he got what he wanted. Okay, no worries, Nano. Ooh, ooh, with the little people heart. I'd rather it be you asking her than her asking you, lol. Oh my god, I found it. That was a reply to one of Sinder's tweet last week. At Sinder VTuber, that's wonderful. Brightens me up to see this, and you deserve it, being so cool, chill, and actually comfy. A truly good wolf. I'm sure the cosplay will be neat as fuck. Yeah, I just wanted to say that so it's less weird. Still a lot on the back though. It's okay. Actually comfy. Nano clarified to me that she was the one who went to Silver about a new model when she told me about it, but was already regretting it due to not being up for more model work. Nano taking on more models than she could handle will continue to happen over the next couple of years. I wonder who's that about? It's just been crazy, Nano, and that's why we're rushing the cup. Welcome to the inner circle. Only a few other people know the Silver Veil drama. That was like How I Met Your Mother, but cup. But cup, okay, they're just joking around. I no longer want a butt cup. Give me a boob cup, please. But it's a great investment. Or really, is that so? Believe me, I'm a professional. You're the professional. If you got a butt question, go to Nano. She can draw him, she can drink him, she can slap him, maybe kiss him, who knows. This makes me salty. I have a bad butt history. Do I want to ask? No. A few from my community knows the tale. Nano, it's 5 a.m. for you and you're about to tell me about bad butt history. How am I supposed to take that? And don't say up the ass. Also, thanks you for all the explanation. It was right. I do be a bit dead inside. Yes, it's nice to have you on the same page with everything, especially since I don't think this is going away soon. I appreciate you staying up to listen. Gonna have my Cinder figure on my Nano figure right next to each other, and the Silver figure will be in the box in the closet. Nano respond, I know it's kind of different situation, but I do feel very similar to me and Redacted, so it pains me a lot. Was Redacted ever mean to you? No, that's why I said it's a bit different. So Silverveil was mean to her. Oh, yeah, Redacted was nice when Cinder worked with them. They actually raided today, lol. I just felt being his shadow for long, and I still get the feeling back, but when I... Oh, wait. Is she... I just clicked there, but is the name that she keeps referencing, like, could it be Kevin X Art? Is it Kevin? Yes! Oh, it is Kevin. But okay, we don't know for sure. Is that why she came after him? For the Iron Mouse thing? I actually didn't really like how she handled that whole controversy with Kevin. I won't lie. If it's him, this makes me feel like it looks more bad on her. Hell yeah, buff Nano. We're out there doing full illustrations. Thank you, not gonna lie. I react kind of well out of spite. Ooh, Nano, that's not a good line to say. That doesn't look good on you. Especially looking at the difference. This reminds me of something that journalist VTubers said once. He tweeted that once. When I get angry and I want to destroy. Look at how much you improved. This is like a year and a half apart. Wait a minute. Wait, I can't find it. What? Look at it. Like my VTubing arc, I'm being moved by spite and I enjoy it. Like my VTuber arc, I'm being moved by spite and I enjoy it. Be careful with spite. I hear she copies things. Okay, so this is where he's gonna start introducing the spite talk shit, I believe. This was his... Dude, he took that. He took that so fast. Do you guys notice that? He jumped on the opportunity. That was like a drive-by. He's quick. I don't know. I don't think he plans these things ahead, but when he sees an opportunity, he jumps at it. Oh, she's talking about the feeling spite. Perfect. I'm going to start talking about spite. Now I get to give her the backstory. And then I get to, you know, this is going to gear towards him asking her not to work with him, with her. Oh, look, dude, I literally predicted this. Oh, also, we can't really say anything about spite because people will say, well, you copied Silver, didn't you? Bro, I kind of thought about it, so we're stuck on both sides. The plot twist is Cinder becomes a two-face too, but on spite. Cinder was literally designed to not copy Silver, and the cycle never ends. Spite actually came into Cinder's chat last year. Tails says it's still going on turning people. When she was growing really fast and introduced herself, cheered 1,500 bits too. Aww, that is cute. Then like a month later unfollowed her on Twitter and started taking her ideas, Cinder's ideas, like the flames, and how she's basically rebranded to more of a fire Cerberus, using fire emojis all the time, shaking my head. Never did that before. It's funny because she used to call herself as a hellhound, but stopped when Cinder grew past her, and now uses Cerberus, or Cyberpup, whatever her lore says she is, I don't know. Oh, that was the screenshot in the doc, no? The unfollow is weird. Yeah, so it's like there was also unprovoked tweets from her, like I didn't copy anyone else for my design. My design is all me. This is who I am. Who are you saying that to? Oh lol, on random Cinder clips on YouTube, there was one dedicated Spite fan or someone she knew, I don't know, that would comment on these clips. saying like, when are you going to clip Spite? Only Sinder clips. Only on Sinder clips. Oh, red outline means it's in the original docs. Honestly, Spite x Sinder design is much more sus than a Sinder x Silver design. Or saying rude things about Sinder, always mentioning Spite. Yeah, especially after Sinder debuted a Spite redesign. Bro, honestly, it's always begins with a fan saying shit. This was the original Spite. This was Spite's debut 2-3 months after Sinder. Dude, yeah. And the wait, I don't get it. Doesn't she look exactly the same, but with like beige skin? Yeah, and the unfollow and the random I'm not copying tweet. Now, if you just look at her page, she uses fire all the time, and she puts little skulls and her flames on her head to make it somewhat different. I've seen the skulls. It looks like PNGs. True. Not Mama Nano art for real. Mama Nano makes best hellhound. We must wait for Demon Sinder and see if Spite makes a move too. Lol, true. Sinder is copying me. Not gonna lie though, Sinder has the best mascot. Animal VTubers usually goes for the same animals as pets. But Sinder is a fireball. I mean, still the doggy, but fire. So in that one conversation, basically he lays out like the backstory between Silverveil and Spite. Spite later on in her own document, you know, debunks the accusations that she copied. I'm starting to get tired. That she copied Sinder. Red told me the gist of his conversation with Nano, and the next morning I messaged her about it. Red told me that he was talking to you about the full story, Lamau. I haven't really told anyone else about this except Redacted and Redacted last month, and of course, Redacted yesterday. Wait, that's such a funny screenshot. Wait, that is such a funny screenshot. Oh, I heard that Red told you about the full story, Lamau. I haven't really told anybody about this. Well, except this person and this other person. I mean, they all know about it, but... So she spoke to a couple people about it. I mean, she's kind of spreading these rumors. Like, so far, I feel like this is proving the accuser's point more than proving her own so far. Because this is kind of her admitting to spreading those rumors. It's just been eating me alive since I released my design. I can't escape. Been living with this for so long without anyone knowing the truth. And also, like, may I mention how ironic it is that she believes she's being bullied by Silverveil because she believes that Silver thinks that she copied her. And then on the other side, they're kind of bullying Sinder. Well, quote-unquote bullying, for lack of a better word. They're kind of, Spite, sorry, they're kind of bullying Spite because they believe that she copied their design. All of that is just so mind-blowing to me. But it's just been eating me alive since I released my design. I can't escape. Been living with this for so long without anyone knowing the truth. But I also didn't want to say anything or tell anyone. Well, you just told 3 people. It's Nano, that's 4. Because I hate drama and I just want everyone to be nice and happy. Also, I didn't want to tell you about the cup art being similar because I don't want you to feel bad or blame yourself for anything. But I'm glad and relieved you understand now. I'm so thankful for you and I want to get to know you more than just a business partner and have fun together and play games when you're ready to. I know you're gonna have so much fun. It do be a lot, not gonna lie. I just feel sad because I know how the being someone's shadow eats your sanity. It's time to be strong and forget about Silver. You're already so big you don't need any validation from her. Also, the redacted stuff was very shocking. And yeah, the cup art is such a sad coincidence. I didn't know any of this. Damn yeah, after staying up till 5 AM reading your deplore, I do feel more part of the gang. Bro, I want Kevin to release all he's got on Nanoless. Like, that'd be so funny. Sorry, it wouldn't be funny, but it would be juicy for us. If it's actually him being mentioned in those screenshots, I need to know. It's okay, I'm gonna keep celebrating all the cool stuff I get to do and have fun with my friends, the Laura Mao. I never read that much text in so long. I feel very cultured. I can imagine. It's been a long time since this all started and so much happened. I can only imagine how much you mulled it over the first model, damn. But I'm thankful it worked out this way because I wouldn't want to work with anyone else now. I think the same. Not gonna lie, I mulled it a lot working on your first model, but it's worth it so much. Second model was so much easier. You're so cute. I know my model is really complicated, but I'm so happy it helped you improve so much. And it will be so good. I'm so hyped for your debut. By the way, Red showed me you're having the figure of my design, Aikum. My dream was to have a figure of my art, and it ended. I got 2. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'll show you the final sketch when it's ready. Yes, I would love to see it. Later in our conversation, we were talking about my scale figure that was in pre-production. Nano, I'm gonna cry. They just sent me this and I want to do a bikini instead. That is so good already. Featuring the model you drew that Red chopped up. I can see that and I laugh. Dude, I love this. Ha, the fire on the base is a great addition. I'm gonna fight for this so hard. That looks like a cool figurine. I'll have to admit that. Try having a good smile to make demon, but good smile didn't even want silver. Okay, silver mentioned for no reason. Stop talking about silver. Lamau, I'm kidding. Good smile is just really picky about who they work with. Yeah, I bet. Maybe one day though. You never know what can happen. Right? For me, I'm just having my own figure with novel is a huge deal. I can die in peace. I'm so proud of you, Nano. You're doing amazing. When Nano suggests I have a good smile, make my demon figure, I said they didn't even want silver, which is something I heard from another friend. A good smile is very hard to get to work with. She was a much larger creator than me at the time, so I thought my chance of working with them was even smaller. I chose to keep this in, and I'm pointing this out because it's the only time I said anything mean about silver in any of my DMs with anyone. Oh, okay, that's why she put this in. I messaged Nano to tell her we needed to change the artwork on the side of my waifu cup because it was too similar to Silver's. Nano, I have to give you a heads up. Gamer Subs needs us to change the orange art. Is it because of the pose issue? I was in a call with them to discuss when my cup was being released along with the artwork similarities between mine and Silver's cup. Since her cup has been in development since December, plus the issue with them potentially releasing so close together, they suggested we change the pose with a new piece of artwork before the end of this week. So I wanted to ask you if you think you'd have the time to do that for me. They said he'd pay you an expedited fee on top of the commission price. The good news is that we'll still be able to use the first artwork on other kinds of merch and as banners for their booth, so just not on the cup. They also wanted me to ask you if you were paid for the first 2 pieces of artwork. I could try to change just the arm if it can be an option, but I'm fine doing a new one too. They didn't pay anything yet. They say they prefer a brand new one, so 3 separate pieces, especially because they want 3 to fill a giant mouse pad. Hey yo, I'll let them know you haven't been paid and should get on that. Shouldn't they know if they paid her though? Like, why are they asking one of their partners, Sinder, to ask the artist if she got paid? Shouldn't they just like handle their own accountability? It feels unprofessional on Gamer Sub to put that on Sinder, but it's got nothing to do with the controversy. That's just a little thing I noticed. I'll let them know you haven't been paid, and Redacted should get on that ASAP today. Do you think I'll have time this week to do it? I can do the rushies again. I'll be removing my wisdom teeth tomorrow, but I'm 80% sure I'll be good. Last time it was at least. I know, don't die trying to art. And then 5:25, and this is 5:15:25, so 10 days later. Nano suggested an artist for a reference sheet, and Red told her that we were holding on to my winter outfit for her to do since she was interested. Oh, by the way, if you want a cool artist for a ref sheet, I think this person's great. Redacted did the Pyro Pups. We want to work with them again. Yes, I know. His work's really good. We could make him design the winter outfit if you'd rather that. I don't know. I'd like to try. Yeah, we haven't asked him for new designs because the only new one we have in mind right now is the winter one, and we know you'd be interested. Nano asked 7/5/2023. Nano asked if... I can't speak. I can do this. Nano asked Red if we could pay for a commission for her and subtract the total from the work she did for us. So like what? So they would pay in advance and then subtract from the total. We've done this multiple times over the years to help her when she needed it, and she'd take the difference off of our commission. This was a while we were at Anime Expo and had just bought a life-size standee of her. Red, can you pay me a little com again? It's a $700 com, but my shit card can't handle it in. Yeah, as soon as Cinder wakes up. That is our work day at the hotel. We bought you. We can just pay the invoice you sent. No, I didn't know you guys weren't home. I can wait till it's good for you. Paying the com for me would be better if possible. My issue is that my card can't handle the numbers. Cinder sent a pic to me. I was like, wow, they got me taking some air and touch grass. But I was outside because Cinder kidnapped me. Yeah, we're like, we need to Nano home. Let's bid on her. What is this screenshot supposed to show us? That they pay some of her comms in advance? I think Cinder would be okay with it. We can just take it off, or are they just trying to kill me by putting as many screenshots as they can? Gotta help Mama Nano when we can. I showed Nano that I included her eye symbol in my demon room after my debut, which I've been including in all my major room backgrounds for years. Nano wasn't a tool for Red or I to use. She was someone we both cherished working with. She said she was planning to start on my winter design soon. Yep. Probably trying to establish that they're decent friends to her with that last one. Not sure if you noticed this. Cinder, I didn't notice actually. You're so cute. I fell in love with the lore video and there's a photo of us. You're cute. I love including you in little places because you're a huge part of my journey. I also want to ask if you're still able to make a winter design and outfit on the base 2.0 model for the beginning of next year. Of course, I was planning on working on this design soon actually. Red been telling me about it. You guys are amazing. Oh, this is Nano's eye symbol. Okay, I got it. Okay. Nano eye symbol in the first room and in there. Nano eye symbol in my demon room. Nano eye symbol in my second room. a framed picture of her and her mascot. Before it's questioned, Bao's mascot is on the table because it looked like it's made of glass and filled with liquid. Bao is framed with me and my other closest friends on the wall. Like, I do believe that Sinder considered Nanoless a friend, but I also don't believe that the friendship and the influence, manipulation / talking shit about other people have to be separate. Like, they can go hand in hand, if that makes any sense. Like, clearly she did care about her, like, clearly. I had messaged Nano about Silver asking about a model right after my demon model debut. Silver Cup out this Friday. We'll post. Yeah, she told me. At least Cinder came out first. Yes, it's doing so well. Did she always make you a second art piece recently for it? Gold bar raising fast. Yeah, it is. We're gonna get that flavor. But man, Cinder's model called a lot of attention. Redacted messaged me for models. Did she ask you for a new model yet since Cinder's debut? Oh lol. She kinda did actually. But I'm kinda excited for redacted name. Did she ask you for a new... Who are they talking about? Oh, the redacted name. Okay. Yeah. Me and Cinder were like, she probably already asked Nano. Are you planning to work on another... Okay, he's really snooping. But she's also given up the information. And I suppose she didn't believe that the information would be used, like, nefariously. But it is. So you probably should be keeping quiet about this. This looks unprofessional on Nanoless's part. Yeah, Nano is way too loose-lipped. Because the thing is, you never know, you don't really know who's gonna turn out to be untrustworthy until they do. And sometimes people do end up surprising you. Unfortunately, people do end up surprising you for the worst in some situations. I get it though, because I do tend to be quite trusting. I think she got upset about Cinder's figure stealing her figure's thunder. Lots of snooping around. Lots of, oh my god, she's probably jealous. Oh my god, she's doing this because she's looking at you. I hope they do like these evil eye cleanses from time to time. Dude, there's no way. I mean, Cinder been blasting. She just got it all. I love this pants grab emote. Wait, did you tell her? No. Silver's been kind of missing, I think. Not yet, actually. I know it's Cinder's enemy, but still my client. I'm sorry. It's... Wait. Did you tell her what? It's okay, but it keeps in mind that I love Cinder so much. After I asked, Nano told me Silver already asked her for a model after Cinder's demon debut. Silver's been kind of missing, I think, not yet, actually. After I asked, Nano told me Silver already asked her for a model after Cinder's demon debut, which was 3 days before this. When I enthusiastically said, what did you tell her? No, about that model, Nano had the ability to tell me no. Silver was still her client regardless of how I felt about it, which I accepted. That's just business. Oh, I get it. Says, wait, did you tell her no? Replying to her asking about the fact that Silver asked Nano a model. Okay, got it. Nano had the ability to tell me no. Silver was still her client regardless of how I felt about it, which I accepted. That's just business. Her calling Silver Cinder's enemy at the time were her words, not mine, and not how we viewed Silvervale at this time. Just someone treating her unfairly. Okay, if that's gonna be their argument about everything, it's not gonna be convincing to me. And they said that's just business. They said the thing. They said the meme line. Shit, man. If Silvervale wasn't their enemy then... Sorry, I'm having trouble fucking closing this bottle of water. Silver wasn't their enemy then? I'm afraid to know what they do to their enemies. Yeah, he's using this argument a lot, and I don't know if he's just not very well versed, or maybe he hasn't overviewed a lot of cases of things like that, or he's not very well versed in debates, or just a lack of media literacy. But again, the fact that she still had agency and autonomy doesn't necessarily remove the fact that she was influenced / manipulated. And the fact that she herself, I never told her, I never called Silvervale an enemy, but you just spent 65 pages explaining to her how horrible Silvervale had been, etc. Well, fuck, man. And now the next part of this is we're gonna have to figure out from the Silvervale section if he's also lying about this, if Silvervale did actually be horrible. Because if he did lie about this, then that would definitely fall into manipulation. But keep in mind that I love Cinder so much. Nanoless, Ooh, cat. Is she rushing you for a birthday model again? Listen, I just wish she'd play nice, man. Like, Sinder didn't copy you. Stop being like this. Oh no, it's just a new model with one of the contest outfits, right? I don't see a point. Like, wow, Wolf Girl. Please don't be bitch, Silver. We just wanted Silver to get along with Sinder, but we could recognize the way she'd always acted towards Sinder. So, redacted names are the new babies right now. He's taking notes. And she's replying though. Isn't confirmed yet, but blah blah is. Okay, I thought he really is snooping. He's gathering information. I thought so everyone is a sussy baka. Well, so far I'd say Red and Cinder are way more of a sussy baka. She is, but seems to be too busy to keep on that. Oh, I'm glad everyone's interested in working with you. You deserve the attention. And I hope your own VTubing is going good. Cinder still wants to collab. I'm having an existential crisis over VTubing. You'd been doing good though. What the hell? I don't know, it just be like that. How is your new design coming? Oh, I guess we can start working on Cinder's winter design whenever you want, lol. Make sure you save time for the new Cinder stuff too, with redacted name and Silver and everything else you do. My new model going a bit slow, not gonna lie. Also, don't worry, didn't confirm anything with Silver yet. I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes. What's up with your new model? Oh, no big deal, just taking my time to work on it. Can I post the 2.0 Cinder art too? I'm okay waiting for the actual debut though. I think it'd be better to wait to post the 2.0 art. But you can post the demon artwork. Me saying I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes is the first instance of me implying we would eventually be competing directly with anyone. That's not the first instance. I think I'd be better to wait to post the 2.0 art, but you can post the demon artwork. No problemo. Is there a set date for 2.0? We're gonna do Cinder's birthday, but it's already going to be early October. Just a lot we have to take care of before the debut. Oh shit, hope it's nothing bad. All I know, Cinder is a non-stop opportunity machine. We have some problems going on and things we need to fix, and just some drama getting to us. But yeah, it's non-stop crazy things. Man, no more drama. We have a little break with new things until the 2.0 debut, but still have to advertise gamer subs and the bikini figure until then. Yeah. May I know what's up? I kinda like to gossip. Drama with some friends when we were traveling. Just people not acting very nice and being kind of two-faced. I know Silver stuff getting to us since we didn't plan for her things to be released so close to ours. How did she pick up on... Oh, okay, so he mentioned... We have some problems going on and things we need to fix and just some drama getting to us. But it's, yeah, non-stop crazy. Nano Mano, what's up? Gonna like to gossip? Nano's always been open to talk about drama and gossip with me. Drama with some friends when we were traveling. Okay, so like he mentioned that he's been having trouble. There's been some drama. Then she asked him, what's up? I like to gossip. Then he's like, oh, these people are being two-faced. And now Silver stuff getting to us too, etc. And I'll slap you about the Silver stuff. It's whatever, I guess. Forget about her, I swear. Yeah. I was looking at numbers yesterday. Cinder literally has the same view numbers as Silver now. Cinder supremacy. I think it's more like wanting her to recognize Cinder even though it literally doesn't matter. I feel like there's this unspoken competition between them, like they need to one-up each other because Silver can't get along, but I also understand her point of view. A new VTuber who people say looks, sound, and act like you. Okay, this was screenshot from the original doc. A new VTuber who... I lost it. Who says look, sound, and act like you become just as successful as you in a year. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal or a friend, then it would be like she's... It's hidden by this, so I can really read it. They share a lot of the same audience too. Anyway, we've seen that screenshot a million times. Again, I mentioned competition with Silver because of the fact that she couldn't get along, leading to my thoughts about her being competition down the road. But I was sympathetic to Silver's point of view too. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal or a friend, then it would be like she's endorsing her copy, or like we've seen some people say, her replacement. Or like we've seen some people say, her replacement. It's like as if Gora's manager would go around telling people like, yeah, you know, some people have been saying that Bibu's the Gora killer. They share a lot of the same audience too, so we have to fight for their wallets with our cups and figures. We did undercut Silver's figure though. I mean, I think Cinder is winning considering her goal for the cosplay. True, that was insane. Like at the end of the day, it isn't about how much we make compared to her. We just want her to recognize, hey, Cinder's a big VTuber too. She got there on her own merits, just like you did. Get along, and the market potential and money they could make if they teamed up. I just know anything we do, she's watching and will take from or try to outdo us. Oh my god, you know the spinning figures we have on stream? Silver figure was announced on Wednesday. No spinning figure. Sinder debut Saturday. Everyone hears about it. I figured figure announced, spinning figure on screen with it, figure right next to it. I said we were fighting for Sinder and Silver's shared audience, wallets with our cups and figures, because Sinder and Silver's first waifu cups dropped a week apart and their scale figure a month apart. We undercut Silver's figure by having an earlier release date than her to avoid Sinder being accused of copying her again. We wanted Silver to at least be on good terms with Sinder. Anyone could see the potential success. Bro, Red, I need Red not to comment anymore. He's making this worse for them. Didn't he literally said they share a lot of the same audience, so we're fighting them for they share a lot of the same audience too. So they share a lot of the same audience too. So we have to fight for their wallets with our cups and figures. And on top of that, they're dropped weeks from each other. And on top of that, they undercut Silver's figure. So he's tapping himself on the shoulder. He did a good job by releasing it earlier. And then he's excusing it by saying, oh, she would have been accused of copying her again. The only part I'm kind of sympathetic at here in this Red comment is anyone could see the potential success they'd have working together. That is probably true. If they did work together and work out their differences, they could have had great success. Anything would have been better than, you know, the one-sided rivalry that's going on. Red complimented Nano's work she did for Silver and told her, I wanted Nano everything. She's got the personality and I run the brand. Branding's important. Oh, and you did a good job with Silver's art. She's lucky to have you. Every now and then I check on Redacted and she's always dying. She's lucky to have you. If she doesn't have a dude like you, forgot the name. I hope I can make a color cups for Sinder one day. It did take a long time to render the art though. From what I remember, I don't think GamerSubs was too happy doing the full art cup. But if it sells well, they'll absolutely do more. Sinder literally wants Nano everything. Clone yourself so we can have a Nano. Adopt me, please. Did she ask you about illustrating a Duyan? We're in talks with some people and we brought your name up, so we'll see what happens. She didn't mention it. If this ever happens, let me know. Like ASAP, so I won't die doing it. But having another artist is fine. I know she'll pick up a good one. I will. Maybe just for the cover. Easier on you. I don't know. Yeah, can be it too. But we can start working on anything when you have time to. I can start design Winter Cinder. Is there any base ideas? We can send you some ideas in the server soon. Sure, I love Nano. Red discussed plans with Nano that she was interested in doing and gave her priority before bringing plans to any other artist. We ultimately decided to wait until Nano was ready to make my winter outfit like it had been discussed with her all year. The blank message shown below was an animated emote on a frame that didn't show anything. Nano, Red! Sorry, I know you're streaming. We're going to apply to get the winter outfit redesigned by Redacted. That way you don't have as much on your plate right now if you're doing a lot. If it's accepted, we were thinking about doing a comfy gamer girl's pajama outfit design next so we can work on you with. Although we have a few more ideas we could do too. If it's not accepted, we can work on the winter outfit like we were going to do anyways. I just wanted to let you know since you were interested. It's okay, don't worry. Redacted does some great designs. You do great designs too. I'm fine working on the comfy gamer instead though. But if you were really excited to design the winter one, you can do it. We just didn't want to overwhelm you with stuff if you're taking on a lot of work lately. I applied for them to design my characters, so we figured while they're open, we should apply for them to do something for Sinder. Yes, Waifu. I mean, I am excited, but Redacted will deliver the goodies for sure. Besides the winter ice and comfy gamer, we're thinking of is Pirate, Rockstar, Heaven Hound, Ghost, and bringing the bikini to the 2.0 model. Dude, these guys are pumping models like crazy. Are any of these more exciting to you than Ice? Because we can give Redacted one of these and you do Ice. I talked to Sinder and want to give you priority with whatever you want to work on. I think the seasonal should come first so she can have a fit for all year. Yes, then the specials. There's an unrelated conversation between these messages. Okay, thank you for not including the unrelated messages. My voice will thank you for it. I'll hold a bit on the winter side bit since we will wait for Redacted. For what? He wasn't going to make the winter fit? We didn't apply for it, so you can do it. That's why I said if there's any other outfit on that list that you want to do, then tell me so we can have him make something else. Go apply. I thought you did already. No, you're Pika Loco, no dummy, I was talking to Nanoless. Okay, I'm good working on it anyway, but still feel free to have Redacted work on anything. I don't mind, I'm just a little guy anyway. I think you'll do a really good job with it. Almost 3 weeks later, Red checked with Nano on my winter outfit since she was working on a new model, but assured her it was okay, that she hadn't started it yet. Hey Nano, I just want to check with you on Sinder stuff since I saw you're also doing a redacted model now. Sorry, I didn't start yet. That's why I told you I was okay to have it with redacted. I guess the other artist that we're, discussing before. I'll see if I can get the first sketches this week. If you don't have time right now, don't worry about it yet. We haven't started anything with redacted yet, and we are waiting for him to be done with other things too, so maybe whoever's ready first. About a month later, Nano asked Red for us to find someone else to do my winter model art due to her workload. Red offered to push the model art back since we had no one else in mind to do it. We wanted to prioritize model work with Nano over the gamer subs artwork. I'm getting a déjà vu here. Red asked her about. Nano did the artwork in October and started my winter model in November. Nano, do you still want to do the Sinder gamer sub flavor art? Yes. They want to make a group chat with us and start it soon, so it's ready to go. And they want to start on a second cop. Nice. I do need some info on that. By the way, I wanted to ask you something. Do you guys mind someone else for the winter outfit? I mean, for the model art. If you guys prefer having me doing it, it's fine too. Not the design. I can talk to Sinder about it. We can't make you work on it if you don't want to. Oh no, it's not like I don't want to. It would just ease my work a bit right there. That's why I don't mind doing it if she prefers me. I don't think we have anyone else to do it, but if we need to push it back further for you, that's okay. I can make this work out. Nano, if you think you're taking on too much, we can give the new gamer sub projects to someone else. No, I want to make the tub art. Okay, you can. I just don't want you to overload yourself with projects. I know it's probably hard to turn down working on everything you get approached about. Seems like she wanted to back out from the winter outfit model, but she wanted the tub art. Probably because the tub art takes less time to do, but then she felt bad and backtracked. Nanoless needs to have a bit more spine in general. I messaged Nano about my projects and I tried to make them easier for her to do. Hi Nano. So this is from Sinder to Nano. Hi Nano, I haven't heard from you in a bit. I wanted to see if you still wanted to work on my winter design, gamer sub flavor art, and next cup artwork. If you have too much on your plate, I can always find someone else to do them. I just need to know soon because I really want to get those done as soon as I can. Hey, I really wanted to work on the flavor art though. I wanted to work on all of it, not gonna lie. I can do the gamer sub stuff if we can have the winter fit for someone else. I like what you have for the winter design so far, so I wouldn't want someone else to change it and finish it for you. Yeah, it really feels like Nano really wants to do the art, but she doesn't want to work on the winter design. But they want her to work on the winter design, obviously, because a VTuber model is way more impactful than a fan art, right? Like you'd probably want like your best artist working on your model and not the fan art. I just haven't had any updates from you in a while, and I wasn't sure you still wanted to work on it. I can have Red send you his ideas for the flavor art though if you want to start that. I think he said he had something in mind already, but I'd want to get both of these done ASAP. Sorry I wasn't home in the past few days. Honestly, my biggest issue with the winter fit is you'll want all arm toggles to work with it. I think I have 6 right now. Would I have to get rid of some? Yeah, especially because there's a coat and no coat. It would be 12 arms. What if we get rid of the crossed arms, arms on hips, and hands on face toggles with the coat on? That would bring it down to 9 arms. I would appreciate it. If that works for you, it works for me. I'll finish my current model and work on your stuff right after. Sounds good. Finish my current work. We'll start your next week. I'll be away this weekend, by the way. Any of these works can be streamed? Okay, thank you, Nano. I'd rather you not stream the winter outfit, but you can stream the gamer sub art, as long as it doesn't say gamer sub anywhere and you don't say what exactly it is for. Okay, good. Good compromises so far. Sinder is a lot more mellow to talk to than Red so far. Red asked Nano about her current project. We were thinking about model plans with another artist at this time because of Nano's busy schedule lately, although nothing ended up coming of it. This is when Red allegedly manipulated Nano and forced her to cancel Silvervale's model. Hey Nano, do you have a lot of models lined up still? Quite a few. Is it for the project? Also need feedback on the outfit change, so I might change the toggles too. No, not for the project. I was just wondering. I know you're working with Redacted and Silver, and Redacted Names said you would be working with Redacted soon, and I'll go get the feedback now. It's pretty much like this now. Oh, this is her. She sends a picture of her Trello. So there's a Silvervale model in there. There's a few Redacted Names. There's a Cottontail model. There's a Bow model. There's a Cinder Winter design, and 2 more Redacted Names. Redacted says, oof. Nanoless is like despairing. My oof reaction, red ads. My oof reaction, the screenshot was due to the number of projects she had on her to-do list, not about who was on it. This was the first time I'd seen Nano would be working with Bao on a model. Okay, I believe him there. I believe him there. But this is pretty much one comma every month, which means I can always put Sinder stuff in between easy. Okay, do you know what kind of model Bao wanted from you yet? Like, is it a normal whale or is there a team? Well, why is he asking that? And I thought you were talking to Redact about a model. She wants a big mommy Bao. Okay. And like Redact and, I don't know, censored. I was about to say, not the Bao Berry. It's like a lore outfit. Its censored model is done for a while too. Oh lol, I mean, maybe it's a good thing we ended up reaching out to another artist about a model of how many you'll be doing. Started the rigging. I mean, I don't know if her Trello list is public or not. But yeah, they definitely saw each other as friends. Red, I was asking questions about Bao's design here to find out if it would be compatible with Boss Rush's team, like a lore outfit. Boss Rush was only an idea between me and Sinder at the time, but we knew what the concept would eventually be, just not who would be included. Wait. Yeah, that was the MV that started the drama between them and Bao. Oh, it's with Tricky Wee and Vienna, so it is a group. But yes, you know, it's like, it's weird that he's asking about it, and it's weird that she's answering. Who's rigging? Gonna be this person, nice. Who's the artist, by the way? Oh, this. Oh, okay, this person's really good. Yeah, don't feel super great about going with someone other than you, but I don't know. It feels like an arms race sometimes with new models and more people wanting to be the best mama nano babies. It feels like an arm race for you, Redacted. I think that's a you problem. Oh, don't worry on that. I'm sure Redacted name model will be even better, TBH. His art is really clean and yummy. It's a he. I wonder who it is. Is it like Iron Vortex? No, I think they do rigging. I don't know. I can't think of an artist right now. Like I said before, I feel like my models are too overrated. There's so many goods out there. And the arms race is... Anyway. We're very loyal to Nano when it came to our models. This was during a time where there were significant upgrades in the overall model art and rigging quality in the VTuber sphere, and more people were going to Nano for models, taking up more of our time. Like I said before, I feel like my models are too overrated. There's so many good ones out there. Nano, you're like the most desirable model artist out there. Look who's trying to commission you. It's like big brands, it's just name. Not to discredit any of your work, because anything you work on is the top of the line incredible, but when everyone's a Nano baby, it feels less special to be one, if that makes sense. Kind of been getting the same feeling from gamer subs lately too. Oh, I remember that line from the original doc. Just another one. I think it's just a difficult situation with everything we have ideas for. Our original plan was to work with you on a bunch of 2.0 outfits this year, but because of gamer subs projects, the possible game projects, your schedule, maybe a redacted model. I'm not sure what we're doing now, TBA. I need like a week of nothing happening anywhere to catch up and organize things. Of course, we can still do outfits if you have time in between. It's not that we don't want to work with you. Okay, there's some guilt tripping here. This is the first time I said anything about Nano's model being less special if everyone had one. This was about supply and demand and the perceived value of Nano's model if they weren't as scarce. Like I said before, this was not to discredit the quality of her work or her talent as an artist. I can understand if y'all want to go more censored word stuff, considering he might be cheaper too. I'm pretty sure my work is expensive right now. Also, you can ask other artists to make outfits for the model if my schedule is your concern. No, it isn't a factor. We work with you. We work with who we work with because we like them and we like their work. That's why we keep working with you. And the winter outfit, we were thinking Pirate Summer, maybe bring the bikini back, Ghost Halloween, and Angel for Christmas. But I don't know where a possible censored model would go, because I wouldn't consider that 3.0. It'd be like a spin-off. Birthday maybe, she's suggesting. What kind of design would it be? Thinking about something comfy, a gamer, alt, girl, possibly with arcade skin-like toggles. Wait, could be Tachi. We had the idea, we think it'd be best to invest in Cinder models and keep Tachi as a toggle. Since Tachi is like only for longtime fans and not really part of the main brand. Oh, I see. Would it be weird to go full Tachi model on twitch.tv/Sinder? Because it's not Sinder, lol. Yeah, I guess. Also, potentially phasing out Tachi with the next year, but we'll see. It's on live support, TBH. But yeah, Redacted would do something like e-girl gamer / arcade skin. It's supposed to design an angel outfit at some point. Dude, it would be sick if she got an arcade skin. I don't think they ever went with that idea. And Cinder really wanted a pirate outfit. And I think a ghost outfit would go hard with the fire teaming, but planning all this next year will be a nightmare with any other projects. Gotta do what you gotta do to stay relevant. I thought people were just pumping out new models for tax cuts. Like Iron Mouse and stuff. Like, I feel like Iron Mouse pumps out new models because she wants to make cool events for her community. And because she's got, it's like new outfits for her, like, because she doesn't go outside that much because of her, you know, illness. So what else is she gonna spend her money on? You know? So you design new outfits and you get something cool and fun to wear. And then you fucking do an event with your community with them. But they're just pumping out new models because they feel like they need that to stay relevant. That it's such a crazy mindset. Crazy mindset? Is that legal mindset? Chaotic evil twin? People say whatever they say, but Redacted raised the line too much. I still think you should do the 3.0 towards next fall/winter for 2025. I wonder which name is Redacted here that raised the line too much. Is it Shy Lily? Because I feel like she's the one known for her crazy expensive models. Or is it Iron Mouse? The IRS agrees. Gotta do what you gotta do to stay relevant or staying competitive in the VTuber sphere in a general sense. Yeah, this commentary is not adding anything. Hey yo, just an idea. If you want it ready for late spring, early summer 2025, it would be an honor to keep being Cinder's mama. 2.0 outfits and maybe Redacted will write out next year. But there needs to be a plan after that, lol. And you're only gonna keep getting better at models, and we love you, and it just sucks everyone wants a nano model. Oh my god, he's still on that. Let it go, Redacted. I mean, it's good. For real. Because you make a lot of money and you gotta eat, lol, but sucks because it's not as special. Bro, let it go. Let it go. I'm actually hard grinding because next year I might get my own house. Housewarming party when? We'll definitely do that for BR friends. Getting more settled, I might be able to travel a bit and do more cool stuff. Also, since I'm booked till June so far, let me know whenever it's possible to confirm this new model. I'll stop the models a bit for real. Dude, she must be like in the top 1% of like BR with these sales, by the way, just saying. That, like the currency conversion and shit must be crazy. Which new outfit? Like the outfits are 3.0. Okay, wait. So since I'm booked till June so far, let me know whenever it's possible to confirm this new model. So I'll stop the models a bit for real. Okay, so she's thinking of taking a little break so she can work on the Sinder stuff. Which new model? Like the outfits or the 3.0? 3.0 2025. Thank you, Ferrari Kid. Thank you for the $2. She is. I checked the conversion rates. Nano is super rich in Brazil. Stands. What do you mean DS? Yeah, Wonder alone was tossing 100k in a year at Nano, so in BR she is a millionaire? Jesus. Okay, I'll have to talk to Sinder and talk to a Redacted name again. Of course, like I said, it would be an honor to keep Cinder's mama, but if she wants to go for Redacted, it is what it is. Don't take it personal or anything. Do you think you would still be available for art from now on until June, or are you focusing on the models only? Can do art for sure. Nano said it'd be an honor to keep making Cinder's model, but if she chooses to work with someone else, she said it is what it is. Almost like it was just business. Besides Gamersub, I think there might be one big art project we have in mind, but need to talk to some people first. And of course the game, but you probably wouldn't be able to contribute much of how much would be needed from each artist. I don't know what the plan is with that yet, and I mean there's always the Cinder Dujin idea too. Dude, being so close to Cinder's plan makes me kind of scared of being a content creator, like, not just art, you know, I don't have the energy. It's 24/7. I don't have energy anymore. I'd love to see you do more content creator stuff, but beware, it might be easier to stay in art world. Right, I'm kind of happy with my small fan base. I don't feel too pressured and I just do whatever I do. Like, I do whatever I like to do. And I don't mind telling you because we trust you and I like including you in our projects and we take pride in calling you her artist. This is a big thing too. There's a lot of pressure of constantly doing more new and exciting things as you get bigger, and we had to learn that fast. To be clear, my comment above saying we take pride in calling you her artist was not about owning Nano or keeping her from working with anyone else. It was because Nano's art and style had become synonymous with Cinder and her brand, and she was the artist we personally prioritized and supported over all others. I also mentioned to Nano the pressure Cinder and I felt even back then to constantly be doing more new and exciting things, which led to how unhealthy our work-life balance eventually became. I suppose to Red's credit, you can't say that his mindset didn't grow Cinder's brand as well. That is true, you gotta give him that. I mean, he is very business-minded. He'd be suited for corporate settings, I feel like, you know, like those really like those sharks in New York or something. He's pushing her a lot, that's for sure. And we had to learn that fast. Dude, you made me rethink about my current wait list. Oh, why? You gotta buy a house. You and your husband need a house. I don't know, Sinder is just the best baby I got to be. Buy a house. Nano, buy a house. We're not living in the road, don't worry. Nano, how do we work in the jungles of Brazil? Here we need to make a capybara crocodile energy trap to run the PC, dude. Is your Wi-Fi router a coconut? It's a bird from... You know, I wouldn't have minded if they cut out like that and just showed us the relevant parts. Just by talking about our plans to Nano, she said I was making her rethink her current wait list, calling her the best baby I got, TBH. Yeah, I think Red just quote-unquote talking about his plans to Nano made her rethink a bunch of stuff, including her perception of many VTubers she worked with. Above, Red said to Nano, you and your husband need a house. Before I'm accused of not censoring that personal information and outing her, it's public on Nano's Twitter profile that Mio is her husband. He is also her manager. Is a bird from Rio there with hedgehog spikes? They do this dancing session every day, is so loud. Okay, but I mean, if you want to clear up your schedule for more work with us, I'm not going to stop you. Yes, thinking on cleaning the most later ones. I don't know for sure right now, but I think you maybe should keep Bao. Big maybe. And that's all I'll say. Oh yeah, really want to work with Bao. And you designing Baos. After Nano, she was rethinking her waitlist. I said I won't stop her if she wanted to make more time for us. She responded saying she was thinking about getting rid of the later ones. I thought Nano should keep Bao on her list because she was Sinder's friend and I didn't want to take a solid stance on it if Nano was thinking about removing her herself. Nano said here she really wanted to work with Bao. Are you designing Baos? Not sure, we didn't get into specific yet since planned for June. So what on that list can you get rid of? Damn, he's like sitting looking over her shoulder while she's opening her little artwork notepad and he's like, all right, so what on that list should we remove? Oh, that name, probably. What about that name? What do you think about that? Might have it like this. And she's just showing him. Redacted are people, redacted name are people I promised the model so can't cancel. I'll just tell them my manager told me to get rid of some comms because I'm dying so Mio gets the fault. If we have to donate, can we reduce the time? It'd be like a reversed subathon. Nano told me Bao's model was planned for June. Then 2 minutes after I asked her what she could get rid of, she showed me she removed Silverveil's and Cotton's model from her waitlist. Then she said she was going to blame it on me or her manager and husband because she's dying with her commissions. So you just scrapped Silverveil. I talked to Sinder just now about this and she said she absolutely would love to work with you more to help you pay for your house. Yo, you just scrapped Silverveil. Okay. I mean, didn't you already start Silver on your stream though? Yeah, but I'll cancel anyway. Kind of feeling more light and I didn't even send the messages yet. Okay. Ruthless. I mean, regardless of how I feel about it, you should do what's best for yourself. We definitely want to... Now he's gonna be... See, I told her that she should do what's best for herself. But the last fucking 100 pages of this is her shit-talking Silverveil. Now, however, her canceling on Bao, that is on Nanoless. Because so far as we know, and as far as we've seen, he hasn't shit-talked Bao yet. So that one's on her. But the Silverveil one, I feel like she was manipulated so far. And then they're like, oh my god, you scrapped Silverveil? Oh, we're gonna give you more work. We're gonna reward you for this. We definitely want to come you for more art. And you can do it on stream too. Like not just the NDA models, lol. I think we have a plan for how we can work with both you and redacted models too. And the third model we're getting. She cancels Silver and Cotton so far, not Bao. Oh, sorry. True. Silver and oh, so Cotton. So the Cotton one, sorry. So the Cotton one is on her because he hasn't shit talked Cotton, right? At least not in the screenshots in this document, in this section. I didn't. Oh my god! Literally, the first line is I didn't ask Nano to cancel anyone's model. She chose to cancel Cotton and Silver's model. That is true though. He didn't ask her to cancel anyone's model, but obviously, if she's gonna choose who to cancel, she's gonna ask Silver probably. Even though I was biased about Silver, I had nothing against Cotton back then, and I didn't even say anything once to Nano about her. Yet she chose to cancel her model too. He's right about that. That part goes on Nanoless. She's got to shoulder the blame for that. She said she was feeling more light, implying that she really was dying with her commissions. Okay, well, she wasn't actually dying. Like, come on. I told her she should do what's best for her. After Nano first showed me her new waitlist, I told Sinder she cancelled Silvervale's model. She was trying to buy a house and that we could give her more work to help her. She was excited to do as much as we could for Nano. Nano told me about Silver's model in July, but it was only cancelled here in November. It was the one, if I was the one who had Silver's model cancel, why did I tell her it was okay and then wait for months to force and manipulate Nano to cancel it? Why would Nano have been able to tell me no in July about Silvervale and then never again or about anyone else? I think he doesn't understand the definition of manipulation. Why is this screenshot so much lower quality than the others? She kind of did actually, but did she ask you for a new model yet since debut? She kind of did actually, but I'm kind of excited. Okay, this is the screenshot from earlier to showcase that it was like so long ago. But I've spoken about Silver a couple times. Here's Nano yeah, but Your Honor, did you factor in that a person could say no? Here's Nano canceling the model with Silver in their DMs, blaming Mio and her workload. This screenshot is from Silver's document. Silver, I have to cancel the model. I'm sorry, my manager told me I have to cancel the most comms possible for healthy reasons. I've been working too hard and it's getting into me, and I really apologize for this inconvenience. To me, all of this kind of hinges on the fact on whether or not they lied about Silvervale harassing Sinder. Because, well, not everything, but a big part of it. Because if they did lie about this, and the Silvervale part of this document isn't as strong as they're making it out to be, well, first of all, I'm going to be really disappointed. But second of all, that would 100% fall into the realm of manipulations because you've spread lies about somebody to influence somebody they're working with to cancel a model with them. And unfortunately, that is something that happens a lot behind the scenes in the VTuber community. No spoilers! No spoilers. Silver, I have to cancel the model comm. Sorry, my manager told me I had to cancel the most comms possible for healthy reasons. I've been working too hard and it's getting into me. And I really apologize for this inconvenience. Silver says, I was looking forward to it so much, love your art so much, and I've been so excited for a new model from you. I understand though. You have to prioritize your health and taking care of yourself. I hope your health improves and you feel better. Make sure to get lots of rest and relaxation. Do you know if you would be able to do it next year at all? Don't feel pressured or anything, just asking. I'm sorry it hurts me a lot too. I just wish I could work on everything I could, but I believe I can still go for your model sometime next year. Yeah, that's okay. I know you have a ton on your plate and I can't imagine how stressful it must be. Do you think you can still do the gamer sub art? Oh yeah, illustrations are okay. Here's my message to Silver 2 days before Red's conversation with Nano even happened on 11/15/2023. This message was framed in Silver's document as me taunting her while Red and I were supposedly plotting against her, which is completely untrue. Wait, what do you mean? You guys have been plotting against her for months, no? My message to her was genuine. Bro, Red even said that they were like in competition. The full context of my DMs with Silvervale are in her section of the document. Hey Silver, I just got your gamer sub stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. It's so cute that we both have Nano's art on our merch since she's both our model mama. I hope your flavor development is going well. Can't wait to try it. They're sending me a sample of mine soon. Yeah, true, Sky. They admitted to undercutting her figure. That's wild. I mean, so this message was framed in Silver's document as me taunting her while Red and I were supposedly plotting against her, which is completely untrue. Since this was sent before this conversation, then it is indeed true that this was not Sinder taunting her for canceling her model, obviously, because at this point, neither Sinder nor Red knew that Nanoless was planning to cancel Silver's model. However, they have been plotting against her for months now. They've even admitted to undercutting her figures. So this is sort of a half true. Like, it is untrue for that part, for that specific framing, but on a macro level, it is true. Yeah, she had already agreed to the commission and then canceled due to pressure and her taking on more work. Let's not forget that. I think it was a combination of factors. I replied to Nano's tweet showing off mine and Silver's merch the night before Red had this conversation with her too. I'm so glad I got to work on this with you. You made us both look amazing. I love you, Nano. If you read from the conversation above, Red didn't ask or make Nano cancel Silver's model. image from Silver's doc. I don't think much of it at the time, but Sinder messaged me on Discord right before my model was cancelled. She celebrated that we shared art, despite the fact that at the same time she and Redacted were actively working to take the potential for more away. I mean, okay, well, the way it was written, I mean, this isn't even making Silverveil wrong here. I thought she was specifically talking about her canceling that one model. This is what Red told Nano in May about working with Silver. Now listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you— Dude, you do not get to crop that one out of context like this. If I tell you guys, okay, let's say I'm this really big VTuber and you guys are like a smaller VTubers and you really trust me, like you really admire me, we do like cool things together and stuff. Obviously, whatever I will tell you about somebody, you'll trust me more. Because why would Rima lie to me about this? And perhaps in Red's and Cinder's mind, Silverveil, I mean, because they're schizo. Sorry, I don't know what else to say. Because they're schizo, in their mind, they truly believe that. They truly believe that Silverveil was doing them wrong and that she was actively plotting on them. But that is not reality. It's kind of like fiction. But yeah, so if I keep talking about somebody, like, guys, this Doki Bird person, she's really awful. She's done this and this and this to me behind the scenes, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, steer away from her. Like, I know you're new to the scene and maybe you don't know that many people, but like, seriously, watch out. But honestly, I'm not telling you not to work with her. Like, obviously, if she invites you to a collab, you're free to do whatever you want. Like, wouldn't that still play into your perception of them? At first, your perception of them was neutral until I spoke to you. And then after I spoke to you, obviously changed your mind about them. Yeah, and don't clip that out of context. In July, Nano told Red that Silver was still— I just took Doki Bird because she's like universally loved. In July, Nano told Red that Silver was still her client, no matter how he may have felt about it. Did she ask you for a new model yet since Cinder's debut? She kind of did, actually. Wait, did you tell her no? Silver's been kind of missing, I think, and not yet, actually. I know it's Cinder's enemy, but still my client. I'm sorry. It's okay. And here, Nano, in her own public Discord server, the very next day on November 8th, saying she's healthier and less stressed after choosing to remove Silver and Cotton from our commission waitlist. I take some action about my waitlist, but I'm healthier and less stressed. Nice. Nano stream returns soon. Yeah, she's probably less stressed because she's like stuck in this tug of war, this one-sided tug of war between her and Redacted and Silver. My friend was 100% convinced by this document because of the amount of evidence. Well, I can understand why a lot of people would be convinced by this document. A lot of people reacting to this are not— there's a lot of people reacting to this from all spheres. And some of them are not like necessarily people that like studied, analyzed the initial documents in the first place. And even if they are, it's also about like the amount of cases you've witnessed throughout different spheres and not the VTuber sphere. And even before I started doing VTuber content, like I was watching just a lot of debates. I was watching a lot of, you know, mainstream streamers drama. I watch a lot of court cases. Like, I see this shit all the time, so you do get to pick up on patterns a lot more frequently. And it also has to do a little bit with how much you understand people. So yeah, there's a lot that does play into it. There's also like the sheer volume of things that might be confusing to people to parse through what's important or not. There's like the red commentary here and there to kind of guide your perception on some of these screenshots. And on top of that, there's also the amount of time that's went by between the initial allegations and when this document came out. And this document is like debunking a bunch of things, but when you really think about it, has it really debunked the initial allegations for me yet? No, it really hasn't. But to understand that, then you need to refresh your mind about what the initial allegations truly meant and what they were in the first place. And that means going back and, you know, refreshing all that. It's still stuck in my head because I made a pretty big video about it. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on into it. And I don't blame anybody if they don't come to the same conclusion as me. That's fine. There's a lot of things that shape our perception on different things. People that have been cancelled in the past, I've noticed that they take to these issues with a lot more— it's a lot more sensitive to them because they see a little bit of themselves in Sinder. But here Nano's reaction on 4 Well, I'm saying all of that, and I'm not even like halfway done through the Nanoless bit, so this opinion might change. I'm just saying from what I've seen so far, it's not very convincing. In fact, it feels detrimental to Sinder and Red, like what I've seen so far. But yeah, she does admit to trying to blacklist Silver in spite, exactly like Byako said. But yeah, it's still early for my conclusion, for a decisive one. This is just my thoughts so far for the 10% of the document we've gone through. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.